Table setting, check. Tando, check. Incredible dessert, coming right up.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.
So here's the truth of it. Impressive desserts don't have to be complex. Let's dumb it down a little bit, just for me, please, this morning. Now, this is spectacular. Our custard and apple tart is going to sit pretty perfectly in, I think, as a centerpiece in your festive table setting, and it's going to keep the guests coming back for seconds, thirds, fourths, possibly if there's any left, thanks to the creamy, timeless taste of Clover Classic Custard. Tanya Magnoni is here to take us through what looks like a relatively simple process, but this is kind of festive in a tart.
And this one's for you.
Yeah.
This one's for you. You can make it. It's not hard.
See, she's being very selective with her words there. This is perfect for you, guys. This recipe could be made for you because it is simple. I think people get, maybe we shy away from bakes and things like that because it does feel a bit more unforgiving. If you make a mistake, then you've got to redo the whole thing.
But this one,
Not so much. Okay.
Super simple.
So we've got our base.
Yeah.
How did we achieve this?
So this is some short crust pastry. We blind baked it, so baking it in the oven with nothing inside, just weights.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do from there is you're going to chop up apples for me. Now we're going to make the filling.
And this is a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Apples and our Clover Classic, I'll just have it fresh like this. But when you cook it down and you get it into this tart with the spices that we're adding, the house is going to smell like Christmas.
Literally.
I love it. Okay.
While you do
I'm
that,
going to work on this guy.
I'm going to add our almonds to the base for that extra crunch.
Nice.
And these also go really well with the apples and all the
I was going
spices.
to say, from a flavor perspective, absolutely complementary.
Yeah. There we go. And then look at that. Okay. And then once you're done with those, I'm quickly going to get our butter in the pan and just melt that.
I think that's important. You know, we're not doing Christmas lunch at home. We decided to do away with that this year. We're going out. Everyone's going out. We're going to go and support a local restaurant that's just opened that we love.
Oh, man.
Awesome stuff, which means we can come home and just chill.
And just chill.
But then you still want your house to smell like Christmas. So my plan is to have a tart like this just
Leave
there.
this.
I can just turn it on. Then these smells will permeate the house. Everyone walks in and be like,
then the
we're in
feelings
Lapland
continue.
or wherever. Yeah, exactly.
Christmas
You get my
doesn't
vibe.
end. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it is a little bit exhausting doing the feast.
Yeah.
When you're the cook and you're spending most of the day in and out of the kitchen.
Are you the cook?
Very often, look, my mom does most of the roasts and things like that, but if we do it ourselves, like I'll often try something different, like a Christmas braai, or like Carl's doing this year, a Christmas meze. Just so clever.
That's
so
fancy. I'm going to grab these.
Go for it. Obviously quite rustic is fine with our chopping. But there is something really special, I think, when you're building memories about having that Christmas at home.
Then we're going to add, quickly going to add in our cinnamon in here.
And smell the
Some
Christmas
sugar
vibes
as well.
already.
And you can add more Christmas spices. You could do like a bit of nutmeg, some cloves as well. Just really fill it with those spices.
And you know your vibe. If your family likes something that's a little bit more kind of out there with a stronger punch of flavor, go for it.
Go for it, exactly.
You could have variations of. I mean, this is so simple to make. There's a little bit more.
Thank you.
Don't waste.
Then we're just going to cook this down till it's nice and soft. And then once it's all cooked down, we're going to add it to our dish. I'm going to ask you to put that in there for me. And I'm going to mix our vanilla pudding.
And what I love about these apples, and I would suggest even using apples that are being stretched towards the end of their lifespan, those caramelized sugars, you can smell it. This almost has kind of a syrupy vibe about it. And that's just from the apples, but of course the apple
goes to waste at home.
Yeah, 100%. And of course the apple is the perfect sounding board for our Clover Classic Custard. I know it's very difficult to avoid just drinking it straight out of the carton, Which you're allowed to do.
It's
You're
it's
absolutely
Christmas,
allowed to
you
do it. But what we are finding so often is that it's become the perfect additive to these beautiful desserts. It almost cuts a few corners for us. We love our Clover Classic Custard because of that versatility. You can use it with so many desserts, obviously, for that timeless taste, but it's great in bakes as well. And it is, of course, the hero ingredient in this classic style tart. And it's going to give it that creamy texture, yes, but you're going to have hints of that beautiful that custard flavor that's just going to balance out with the cinnamon and apple so perfectly.
So perfectly. All right, so in here, I've mixed our Clover Classic custard, some milk, and vanilla pudding.
Ah,
right?
Wow, okay.
And there we go. And then we're going to pour this in here. Just like that.
We've actually given a couple of nice little hacks with this one, hey?
This recipe goes a long way. You could use even stone fruit as well. Like
Whatever's in your pantry, whatever's in season.
whatever's in season.
Whatever your kids absolutely love.
Shake that
And this
up.
is quite nice because it's not overly decadent. A lot of those sugars are the natural sugars coming through the fruits. Which is, I think often we try to look beyond the power of the fruit or the hero ingredient.
Yeah.
In this case, the apple is going to take you really far. The balance of flavor is beautiful, and the fact that we've got the roasted almonds there just to give us that
Correct.
crunch.
Just texture, flavor, just goodness.
You are Santa's little helper. Absolutely beautiful. As simple as this is, there were a couple of steps. If you missed any of them, take a look at this. The smell.
Made with love by Clover.